Ba-na-na, ba-na-na, bum, bum, bum. Ba-na-na, ba-na-na, bum, bum, bum. Welcome, bow betters. Let's see. Yes, we got sound. We got sound, baby. We got sound. What's up, baby? What's up, bow betters? Yes, let me fuck up your home. Let me mess up your picks. You gonna make no money. You ain't gonna make no money with my picks. Welcome, bow betters. What's up, people? Hope everything is going well. I really have to stop that. I really just despise that I do that. I today was about to smoke this Perla del Mar Maduro. I was initially went to the store to get a um um an Ashton VSG or AVG. I forget actually at the moment what it was, and it was a little out of my price range. It was up to $20. I thought it was more like 15, and I was willing to do 15, but not 20, because for under $20, I was able to get two cigars. I got this Perla del Mar. I love the name, love the band, hand rolled. It's by the J.C. Newman Cigar Company, so it's a quality cigar. I really liked this smoke. I like also how they, on the cello, they add this added label. J.C. Newman Cigar Company, established 1895. Perla del Mar Maduro. It says a double toro at 6 inches by 60 ring gauge. Really nice there. I love the name. If you're Puerto Rican, you know La Perla, where La Perla is, and Perla del Mar is an ocean reference. So I love that. I got the cigar because of that, purely because of the name. I also saw that it was J.C. Newman Cigar Company, so I know that it's a quality cigar. But I think we're going to smoke this puppy. Oh, watch check. Seiko 5 automatic, under $100. Got a few. I don't know if those are scratches or if I could clean it up. You guys have seen this before. I put this on. The lume on this is fantastic. You could almost see the illumination right there. The lume on the indices, on the number indices. This is a fantastic watch for under $100. It's like a 39 millimeter watch. Sure, I could buy I could get an expensive Rolex, and I will get a Datejust that's similar to this, but for under $100, I put it on, of course, this Strapsco suede band. So that's pretty cool. It's a great price, a beautiful watch, silver dial, automatic, skeletal back. You guys have seen this thing. I don't need to show you the back. Actually, I'll show you the back anyways, because we got time. I got a sniffle. There's a hot butcher. I want to believe, of course, which is reference to the X-Files for all you X-Files fans out there. They put the notes on there. It's got juicy melon, sweet citrus, and candied bears. That makes candied berry. Hopefully, it's not too sweet. It has Citra, Eldorado, and Belma hopped double IPA, double India IPA, 7.5% by alcohol. So this is gonna fuck us up. Get a strong buzz from this stuff, and hopefully, it pairs well with this Avo Naturale. Beautiful. I mean, I just see the wrapper already. This was a higher price point. This was $10.85, which is sort of where I want to be at with maximum with most of my cigars, unless it's a special occasion. That $11, $10 mark is where I want to be at. This other cigar is close to that as well. This is at the $8.75, $9 mark. The wrapper does not look as rich and dark and chocolatey as I normally would like. Beautiful band, nice box pressing, but the name, as I mentioned before, I'll jump on a name. I'll jump on packaging. This particular one I jumped on because I loved its color. I loved the uniformity of the leaf inside the cello. It didn't have the oils, but it just popped at me. It has this, of course, Uvezian. I don't even know, quite honestly, what Uvezian means. I'll have to look that up. but is the Uvezian. It's an Avo cigar, AVO, Series 6. So I assume this is aged. Again, I do most of my cigar tastings and even commentary blindly, as like I do the beer. So you're going to get my impressions and opinions that are not jaded by other people. That's the same with my gambling. That's the same with my MMA picks. I'm not watching somebody, even that I enjoy, and regurgitating their commentating, their picks, and their views on what potential outcomes might happen, as well as what potential plays they have. I don't do that. I don't do that with the cigars, although it is good to do your research. I don't have to do the ton of research with this card. Just like the last card, I got lucky. I got lucky that Macy Barber won her bout, so I was able to hit my Trixie. And hitting a Trixie is awesome. That means that you hit over six. You hit 7 bets, which is fantastic. I'm really stoked on that. Real News, what's up, Real News? As always, brother, love to have you in the chat. Hopefully in the future here, you get you on the live, even have you smoking a cigar or drinking a beer or something. What's your hockey picks coming up, Real News? We're in baseball season. We're about to start baseball season. The Cubs. This is opening season with the Cubs. That's why I am wearing. Oh, yeah, I'm wearing. There I go. I'm wearing my Cubs jersey there. Oh, what the hell? The hell is going on here? Hopefully I didn't lose it. All right, I didn't lose it. Technical difficulties there, guys. Technical difficulties. What's going on here in the stream? Yeah, back to the watch. I'm all over the place, guys. Holy crap. Yeah, the skeletal back on the watch. Love my skeletal backs or viewable backs. This is the SNK, Seiko SNK. I don't know exactly which SNK is, but look at that beautiful movement. I love the looking at the movement. Seeing that little winder tick away just makes me very happy. Oh, I love doing this too. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. When you shake it, actually activates it. So beautiful movement. Just nice piece of technology here. The older technology. Happy with this watch. Under $100. You don't need to go. Sure, maybe some rich person will be like, "Oh, what is he doing?" Rich people will scoff at you wearing a Rolex. You wear a Rolex, and they'll be like, "Oh, he doesn't have $100,000 Richard Mille or a Langenschön watch, or he doesn't have a Patek Philippe that's 100,000. He just has a Rolex," and they'll like fade you for that. And it's like, oh, come on, you're ridiculous. This watch is as elegant. I get plenty of compliments on my $100 watches, just as I would probably as much notice as I would a Rolex or a more expensive watch. I notice people's watches because I'm a watch guy. So I'll notice people's watches. And the only time, here's my thing. I will criticize people if you're wearing a fake watch or an homage watch and you sort of lie about it, right? Like, I don't mind that at all. Look at this cigar. Let's put this one over here away. Let's crack open the beer. Let's have a taste of the beer, guys. Welcome, Bow Betters. What's up, people? Baseball opening day here in Chicago. Oh, it's doing that again. Holy fucking Christ. No, we did that last week. What the fuck? I have to do it this way? Why is it doing that? Jesus. Come on. Why is it doing that? I tried to fix this. Give me a second here, guys. Give me a second. Really ridiculous. Give me a moment here. Let me see if I could fix this. It's in my settings with the auto rotate. Boom. What's going on? Yeah, auto rotate screen. Full screen. Okay, boom. There we go. That's interesting. That there was a change in this. I've never even seen that before. Let's see if that works. That is interesting. Very interesting. Let's see if that works. Nobody's in the chat now. No, that didn't work. Why is it doing that? Oh, it's no, it's why is it doing that? Fucking ridiculous, man. This is absurd. You know, I'm going to log in, log out. There is something. Let me see if this works. Okay, so hold on, guys. Let me go back. Oh, man, this fucking sucks. Why is it doing that? Can't figure it out, guys. I just did something. Now it'll do it. But my stand, the... Huh. Hmm. Welcome, bout betters. This is. Let me give me a moment, guys. I know I'm losing people, but no one really watches. I hope real news. What did real news say? Bruins and the Oilers tonight for him. Parlayed with a few fights. I took 3 teams the other night and have to wait for a couple fights next week. Man, yeah. I like the Bruins. Of course, they have that. Our favorite Canadian player, of course, and Oilers. Huh? The Oilers. I'm on the Maple Leafs. I like the Maple Leafs. I'm big on the Rangers this year. This is I'm not even a hockey fan per se, but I've been watching hockey because we've done a little hockey gambling this year with Brian. Brian's not in the chat right now, but Brian's a really good hockey gambler, big hockey fan, so he knows his hockey. So I'm around a guy that knows his hockey really well at work, so we're able to like bounce ideas around. I've won a little. Normally, I've won most of my bets, hockey bets, with him. I haven't done a ton of them, ton of betting, but we've been winning. We've been hitting them. We've been smacking some good bets, which is awesome. Let me go back to the settings here, guys. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to talk and display. Yeah, auto rotate screen. Boom, auto rotate screen. Yeah. I wonder if I have to. I wonder if I have to turn on and off the phone in order for that setting to take place, which is not cool. Not cool at all. Hate this phone. Hate it. Problems from the start. Let's see. Like in my screen, it's coming up full screen. And then via the app, it goes to little screen, which is the opposite of what it should be doing. So ridiculous. So ridiculous, guys. Oh, okay. Please note that each... Boom. Boom. Let's see if this works. No, it didn't work. That didn't work, guys. This is crazy. Fucking nuts, man. Really not cool. All right, I'm just not going to bother with it, guys. I'm not going to fuck with this shit right now. It is what it is. It's going to be in a really weird casting mode. We're basically a live show anyways, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't, like, most people don't rewatch this shit. So it's all right, guys. It's okay. Everything's good. I'll be all right. Everything's all right, guys. Everything's good. Everything's good. I got real news in the chat, so we could continue. I got this. I want to believe. We got the Chicago. Go. The Chicago Cubs. What do people think? The over. The Chicago. Okay, it's not flipped. The over under on. On the Sox and the Cubs this season. I'm thinking they're both going to be under 80 wins. I don't think that they're going to be both close to the 500. And what is it, 154, 160, 160 games in a baseball season? I don't really know. But I'm going to pick that they are, ooh, lots of citrus. Ooh, that is tasty. Ooh, juicy. Juice. Why is it not doing that? Holy fucking shit. This Streamlabs is fucking killing me, guys. Killing me. Killing me. It's fucking killing me. Let's see. This thing is... All right, I'm going to go with... This app is Streamlabs on the phone just isn't very good. This is just absurd. Why is it doing that? All right, I'm gonna stop this stream and restart it. This is just absurd. I gotta stop it. Boom. Let's see if it stays like this. Oh. Not cool. Still not cool, guys. Restarted the phone. Didn't work. Only positive thing about this whole... It's crazy because on my phone, it's like big screen. It's on there. It's the way it should be. Restarted the phone. Didn't work. Now I have it's like big screen. It's some kind of chat thing that's open up here that isn't working properly. Bad. I'm in... Oh, there we go. There we go. We're in the proper mode. I don't even know what this box is supposed to be. I guess it'll play the chat. Only positive thing, in the little break that I had, guys, which was awesome, was this beer. Man, this beer, 10. 10, guys. This might be the best beer I've had on this show. Just the fruit, with the added hop there that you still taste that ale, that beautiful, those hops that are there. But the fruit on this is multi-layered, has a great melon and that berry that they talk about. So it has this light sweetness and then a strong sweetness finish. It is fantastic. This is a summer beer. This is the beer, I believe. I believe, I want to believe in this beer. This is by far one of the best beers I've had in a long time. Creamy, full of flavor. It tastes it. Oh my god! And then there's a hop. There's the hops. It almost tastes like it has a juiciness, just tons and tons of flavor. A little slight bitterness, which is fine. It's that hoppy bitterness at the end. Look at this thing. It looks like I'm drinking a candied liqueur. It reminds me of liqueur that we have in Mexico. That's a cream-based liqueur, vanilla-based liqueur. It's almost like a creme brulee of a drink, and this has that creme brulee feel, that creaminess, but with citrus. Like it's so creamy, it's so good. The texture is good. Oh my God. This is fucking awesome. This beer is a 10. You cannot make a better beer. You can make more of a traditional style beer, but out of these citrus beers that everyone's making nowadays that combine, whether it be melon rind or lemon rind, any kind of fruit, this beer is unparalleled because it is so well balanced. The Hop Butcher's killing it right now, man. Those guys over there, they have a location, 2 locations, I believe. The brewery, they have the old Half Acre Brewing location on Lincoln Avenue. And we went to the tasting room, and I was able to taste some beers there. Nice tasting room. I heard on the weekends it's crazy. They don't serve food, but that's all right. The beer ran. This beer though, I'm impressed. This is, go to hopbutcher.com. I want to believe they can't ship it to you if you're out of state or out of the country. But it is just a fabulous. I cannot speak. I cannot mention how good it is. It is just superb of a beer. I picked well, as always. You know, last week we picked well in MMA. Oh my God, this. I'm almost molesting it with my nose. No spice. It was a little there. Wow, this is well aged. This has been around some cigars for some time. It has a really richness to it, a little sweetness to it, which is probably the beer. But man, this thing smells good. It feels very nice. Right away when I saw this, almost like a woman that I'm attracted to. The same thing is with the cigar. I like see a cigar, I'm like, that's the one. I'm getting that. I want that. And I saw this cigar, and somebody could look up that. If Real News, if you want to look up what Uvezian means, Uvezian, Uvezian, Uvezian. Let me look it up real quick, and what the hell is Uvezian? Let me see. Uvezian cigars. Come on. Oh, God. Oh. Man, that beer is good. Avo Uvezian. And immediately you'll get a photo of Mr. Avo, I believe. They're Dominican. Oh, Dominican fillers as well as tobaccos from Nicaragua and Peru. Interesting. Very interesting. Is it named after Mr. Avo, after this gentleman? Man, he's a handsome dude. I wonder. I don't still know what Uvezian means. I guess it's his name. I guess he's somebody in the cigar world. Avo Uvezian dies at 91. Yeah, he's Mr. Avo. So this is. I feel embarrassed that I don't know that, but this is his name cigar. This is named after him. Gotta be good, man. Look at the color. The band is beautiful. Can't see it really in the light, but really just, it's going to pair well with it. Anything's going to go well with this beer. I could guzzle this beer. This beer is so drinkable. This is a beer like I could drink like orange juice or juice. I could drink a gallon of this shit. A 40 ouncer of this beer, I could drink it. Even to this day, I could guzzle it. It goes down so smooth. Nice little lemon, melon, and that berry. It's also well mixed. It's like a fruit cocktail with beer. And it's just done so well. It's executed so well. I cannot emphasize how good this beer is. I put it at a 10 right away. It makes me so happy. So happy. I didn't care about the camera and the technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on with this other thing here. Nobody's in the chat. But we're going to smoke the cigar anyways. Look at this thing. God damn it. Man, I spend a lot of money on my days off, but man, I live good, man. This is good living. You know, when you're able to, this cigar, guys, this was a $10.85, $11 cigar, right at my max. I think it's a good choice. I don't know yet. It's got great aromas. Oh, wow. A lot of cedar, a lot of wood. Excellent draw. Not a ton of notes. A lot of woods, a lot of cedar. Very mellow, very mild. Not a lot of spice at all. Not a lot of pepperiness to it. Not a lot of creaminess to it. Not a lot of earth tones. Slight leather and more wood. But let's light it up and see. It's going to change, right? When we light it up. When we light it up, light it up. When you want to go to Vips, we got to go to Vips. He wants to go to Vips, we're going to go to Vips. There's a little spice to it. Uvezian. I love the name Uvezian. Peruvian tobacco. Interesting. Tobacco's in a lot of, tropical climates. I was talking to a coworker yesterday, like, there is Philippine tobacco. There's tobacco in the Philippines. There's tobacco in Thailand. There's tobacco, of course, here in the United States, in the Carolinas, in Connecticut, even maybe upstate in New York. Certain times of the year they can make the tobacco. I'm surprised here in Chicago we don't do it in the summertime. In Illinois, we grow a lot of corn, we grow a lot of other things. So, yeah, so for baseball, I don't have a clue as well, but we work with one guy who likes his baseball. A couple guys like their baseball. The Chicago teams made a lot of changes. So I'm not looking for them to either of them to do well, but what if those changes pan out well for them? That's what we're gambling against. They're going to be a good, I wouldn't say good value, because you're betting against the norm with Chicago teams. The Cubs and the Sox, at least the Cubs didn't trade out their manager and didn't make big management changes, not just with their manager, and big trades. The Cubs have a ton of new talent, so they're just a what do you say, wild card. Maybe they get in that wild card, but I don't think so. I think they're going to be a 500 or less ball club. And I'm going to say the same, or the Sox I think will be a little better. They're both going to be in that under 80 wins. What's up, Brian? Rangers and Devils tonight. Big game. Got to go with the Rangers. Who you got it, Brian, in that game? The Rangers or the Devils? I don't know where the money is at, or what the money line is at. Real News is in Canada. Welcome, bow betters. Yeah, so I think the changes in that both teams have are beneficial to them, But let's see if it, like in any sport, changes are hard to reap the rewards immediately. But that could be different. Let's see if right away, both teams could excel. Yeah, right. New York is New York. Brian saying the New York money line. I might have to tap a little something there. Nothing big, nothing big. The Devils are good, but I got to ride with my Rangers. The Rangers and the Maple Leafs have been my team this year. My Canadian team is the Maple Leaf. My American team are the Rangers. Even though we're here in Chicago, we're rolling with teams that are making us money that we enjoy watching. The Hawks this year, I don't know. It's like the Bulls. Are you watching the Bulls? You have, yeah, we love our Bulls. We love our teams, but we're also gamblers and we got to make money here. The Oilers in the West. The Oilers are a good team, huh? Main event sub. Who's subbing? Oh, we're gonna get to the MMA here. There's a lot of good bets here. I'm really liking like Watterson. Oh no, that's not the right woman I was thinking of. Uh, I thought it was Carla Esparza was going to have was going against Luana Pinero. But Watterson, man, Watterson always comes out the fight, but just no finishing ability. Just if she had just more strength, like she's got the skill set, she's really skilled, but never developed that striking power that you need. Great technique, not the best takedown defense, not very good on the ground at all. She's the karate hottie. If she had developed jujitsu, because she could have, and more power, I think she could have been a champ because she is so talented, so talented, so smart. This draw is going to be really good. And why I say that is because when I'm blowing on the cigar, which is some people will say it's a faux pas, I can see smoke coming out of the other end. Mmm. Mm. Not a lot of diversity, not a lot of complexity to this cigar. Strong cedar, and it has this nice subtle but strong oil character to it on the finish. Mm. Yes, nice subtle sweetness there. Very light, toasty, very subtle flavor palette. It's there. Everything's there. Excellently rolled. The draw is fantastic. Fantastic draw. It is well constructed. Mm. Yeah, it has this nice, soft leatheriness to it in a positive way. Leather that has that I love that it has a hint of sweetness that is different. It's combining also with the beer well. I think a lot of that is the beer, but that's good. If it's reacting and adding to the beer, they're complementing and playing with each other, and they are playing. I mean that in a positive way. Excellent aroma. But this cigar definitely needs something to carry it. The beer is helping it, but still excellent. It has a sweetness on its own. A little. I wish it had stronger oils. It's definitely very wood based. It has more cedar, and I want it to be a little richer, right? I want it to have more oil to it. Great smoke. On the top, top of my head, it's we don't get bad cigars. We got of course they're it's all subjective, but we don't get bad cigars. Let's see NHL here. Man, the Rangers money line plus 107. Yeah, man. Rangers, baby. Rangers are plus 107. Let's see MLB here. Let's look at some baseball, guys. The Cubs are already 0-0. The Cubs are underdogs against the Brewers because the Brewers are pretty good. So they just started, I believe. I'm not positive. It's 0-0. They're at home. Stroman's pitching. I think he was part of the world. Wasn't he the MVP of the World Baseball Classic? So we got the Cubs have a great pitcher. Cubs tonight. I think let's see. They're player pitch by pitch, batter special. Yeah, all those. Yeah, is it already pitch by pitch game lines? Yeah, I missed out on strikeouts on the player props for the pitcher Stroman. I think that would have been the way to go. Oh, there's a result of pitch thrown by. Yeah, no, it's yeah, the game's already on. Ooh, that's not good. Something just happened there. There's like a man on second and third with one out. The Brewers definitely have an advantage already in the first inning, so maybe it was good that I stayed away there. Yeah, and the Cubs just hit plus 180 because you're going to be giving up points. Basically, they're going to score with one out. Not a good start for the Cubs. I think this is just going to be, and if Stroman can't produce, they're going to have problems. They're going to have big problems. I mean, that's a guy that should be up there with having like 15 wins at the end of the season, maybe more than that. And if they can't get him started and he can't win opening season, opening day, even against the Brewers, which are probably more likely to be a division winner or a wild card, then the Cubs are going to have problems. The draw on this cigar is fabulous. Lots of cedar, and then with that very light at the finish, not super rich, but you get a lot of smoke because of that fantastic draw. You get a lot of smoke, and it's very aromatic, but it isn't like I was mentioning the oils. I need it to lather my tongue. I need my palate to be not necessarily overwhelmed per se, but I want it to be lathered in the flavor of the cigar. Just like the beer does to my tongue and my palate, I want the cigar to do the same thing. That's what I would prefer. This next card, I think there's some good parlays in this next card. I think we could build another Trixie in this next card. There are some good fights. Like Cynthia Calvino versus Godina Lupita. I think Cynthia Calvillo is a live dog here. Lupita's really small. Cynthia has good wrestling and jiu-jitsu herself. If she can actually avoid takedowns, not the best striking. Steve Garcia, hell of a live dog. Numerdike is the guy that was involved in the betting scandal on the positive side. Let me go and get another beer, guys. This beer is fucking good. I want to believe. believe. Yeah, beer, guys, 10 out of 10. I gotta put my jacket on because I got all the windows open here when I'm smoking these cigars. Don't want it to linger for too long. It still does. You'll smell it here, but it's like a smoker that smokes at home. Most smokers smoke outdoors. I prefer to smoke indoors, but I have all my windows open right now and the door open here in the back. So it's pretty chilly in here. Plus I got a haircut so I can feel it in my head. A little chilly, I could almost put on a hat. A lot of dogs. I think this is a dog card. I love Santiago Ponzinibbio at my plus 225 all day. All day. Alex Pieta. Oh man, I should have jumped on Pieta when he was plus 180. He was almost like plus 200. I just think he has Adesanya's number. And he's a different guy. He's bigger than Adesanya. His reach and his kicking abilities enable him to close off the octagon. And as Israel, Adesanya just can't take him out. He can't finish him. And so he's got to fight him for 5 rounds. And even though Pieta doesn't have the best cardio, he's got the better stopping power and the stronger punches and the stronger kicks. I think he's a better kickboxer. That's why he beat him in kickboxing. And this, as long as it's a kickboxing match, which it primarily will be, I'm on Pieta all day. I don't think that Israel Adesanya, plus the psychological element to it, you know, if you've been beat up by a person or you've been wrestling them and it's your wrestling nemesis and they beat you twice or 3 times, it's tough. It is tough to go wrestle against them again and get a victory. Unless you really make some very good psychological as well as technical different changes, which I don't think Adesanya is doing. I love Adesanya's loyalty to City Kickboxing and his coaches, but I think they should have gone out and not just did, kickboxing wise, but grappling and clinching wise, gone out and got assistance, which I hope he did, but I don't think he did. But out the gate, a dog Trixie, Alex Pieta, right? Rosas Jr. against Christian Rodriguez. And that's a tough one. Minus 245 for Raul Rosa is high price. Ponzinibbio. Rob Font, Adrian Yanez. Do not count out Rob Font. Adrian Yanez is going to be there to hit. Man, you cannot. Jorge Masvidal, maybe on the money line, a lottery ticket. I don't think so. I don't think Michelle Watterson really is going to do well here, but it's a tough one. Joe Feiser against Gerald Meerschaert. I think they're underestimating Gerald Meerschaert, just like I think they're underestimating. Oh, Kevin Gastelum and Chris Curtis is now even money. They're both at minus 112. I think if you got Gastelum at that underdog money, Garcia and Calvillo, man, that's not a Trixie, but what do we got here? Like, all right, we're talking lottery ticket money here, just on not a round robins, but just a $2 bet on this the long shot parlay, the Lambeau parlay, as some people call it, on all dogs. Alex Pieta, plus 115. Santiago Ponzinibbio, plus 225. Gerald Meerschaert, plus 155. Steve Garcia, plus 180. And Cynthia Calvillo at plus 205. $2 wins you 304 in that parlay. In the round robins, we're in the Canadian. We put $2 in the Canadian of 26 bets for $52. You'll win $1,400. That might be something I might do. I might do the Canadian on this. I'm gonna bet my dogs. I'm gonna bet my dogs, and then bet them. I'm gonna bet that $50, $52 on 10 two-pick parlays, 10 three-pick parlays, 5 4-pick round robins, and then 1 5-pick parlay at $2. $52 will win me or net me $1,381 on a $52 bet. Maybe it's the beer talking. The beer is talking, I think. As far as my dog parlay, chop up any of those. Chop up those people there. The weakest one, in my opinion, Cynthia Calvillo. I haven't seen. I think Steve Garcia is better than people think. Shiloh Newman-Beckey, if he doesn't get a knockout in the first round or even the second round, maybe Garcia could finish him in the third. Could come back, but that depends how Garcia takes damage. Mearshart over Joe. I know Joe Pfeiffer is Dana White darling, tough guy, but MG3, man, he's just, yeah, he got starched by Kamzat. I get it. Just not a good outing for him, but he's been doing a lot better. And he's improving on the feet. Pfeiffer's improving, but he's got a lot more experience. This I don't think this is a coming out party for Joe Pfeiffer. This is going to be his hardest fight in his career. And MG3 ain't losing his spot. MG3 is the gatekeeper there, and he's not losing his spot because he's getting better and I think he does have the jiu-jitsu upside. He's got the jiu-jitsu upside. If Pfeiffer doesn't keep this on the feet and tag, and Mearshart's dangerous all 3 rounds, got a risk for Pfeiffer. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry, got a risk for Gerald Mearshart. I wish I got him when he was he was over plus 200. Most of these guys were over plus 200 at some point, with the exception of, even Alex Pieta was close to that. I think he was like plus 185. He's down to plus 115. I think people are coming on the Pieta. I would gather that by fight time, it's even money, if not Pieta being the favorite. I think by next week, Pieta might be the favorite. I think a lot of people might side with my opinion that it's tough to beat somebody that's beat you 3 times. Like, they've already beat you 3 times at what you're best at. It is tough in any sport. Look at the Bears and the Green Bay Packers. All we got to do is beat the pack. Beat the Packers. That's all we got to do. We never beat the Packers. No matter how, if we beat the Packers, that's our season. I'm happy if the Bears beat the Packers. That makes my season. We beat the pack. They're a losing record. We beat the Packers. Doesn't matter. And it's the same here with I just think, and you see what Pieta is doing, going to various camps, wrestling with people. Where are you? Wrestling with people, kickboxing with other people, making changes to his training regimen, where I don't think that Israel Adesanya has done the same thing. Israel Adesanya is not there. Very soft, nice cedar, nice wood. This is a good smoke. This is a very good smoke. Super good construction, subtle sweetness to it. not offensive, easy on the nose. Smooth and toasty. Very nice, subtle finish there. This is an excellent cigar, guys. Very, very, it's different. It's contrary to this beer that has strong flavors and very obvious notes. The cigar doesn't. Mm. Well, Real News been okay. Real News is saying he took Pierre on the money line in this parlay, so he likes what I'm saying. Oh, he mentioned Chris Barnett. Yeah. All right. I like Chris Barnett. Chase Sermon is not that good. He's better technically than Chris Barnett, and I think that Barnett has incredible Taekwondo kicks. If he could land that spinning panda kick that he does, I think he could knock out Sherman. It's just that his hands are not that good. He's got to like overwhelm you and be more active, and he's not. I think if Sherman actually just point fights him, keeps at a certain range where that kick, he could eliminate that kick, stays in the clinch and clinches up and dirty boxes. He dirty boxes Barnett. Barnett won't have a chance. Barnett will not have a chance in close quarters combat. He is a Taekwondo guy. But like someone's punches that has a knockout power in their hands, Barnett has knockout power in his kicks. His kicks are lethal. Like if he gets you with that panda kick, that roundhouse kick, and he lands that shit, he's knocking you out. He shouldn't always go to the head. He should do some of those to the body first, to Sherman, and then switch it up, go to the head. He does two of those to the body first, boom, boom, boom. You know, Sherman's going to be thinking, okay, Sherman's not going to take him down. That's the other thing. Taking this guy down is easy. Like Barnett is easy to take down. That's the key to defeating him, is just take him down. He's sort of a kick KO or nothing, or bust. If there's anyone else in the UFC that Barnett could beat, it's Chase Sherman. Do not back Chase Sherman at that price. Guys, do not. It's dog or pass big time. Chase Sherman at minus 235, do not put him in a parlay. Don't do it. Just avoid it. It really is Chris Barnett. And not even a decision. I mean, I don't think he has a decision. He might, but I don't think so. I think it's not to go the distance for sure. I think that Chase Sherman can knock out and finish Barnett. He doesn't have the jiu-jitsu ability, but maybe a ground and pound finish. If he gets him down to the ground, which I don't think Chase Sherman's going to do. I think it's KO or bust for each of these guys. And if it's going to be a KO, I'm on Chris Barnett. I'm on Chris Barnett by the KO. So I might do, a very small bet. I've been doing some small bets again, guys, because I just don't have the expendable cash right now. I'm trying to save. I'm saving a lot of money, and I'm trying to save money for my vacation. So I don't have the expendable cash. So my bankroll, where I was betting $400 to $500, maybe even $600 an event, is just gone back to $200. So even though my units might still be $100, it hasn't been of late. My units have been, I've cut that in half. I did on my Trixie last week. which helped me. But then I made these other small bets, these other quarter unit bets. I would say my unit is probably like $25 right now is what I'm betting on most of my prop bets. Not necessarily my money lines. My money lines are still in that $50 to $100 range, but I'm making fewer bets, which is great for me. I'm only betting 4 or 5 fights an event. And for people that know me personally, that know actually me gambling, or that if you watch this channel historically, you would understand for me, that's a big, big improvement. And that's something that I've strived to do for a long time. Even last week, I didn't make a ton of bets. I let it ride. I had my Trixie. I had my money line bets, and there weren't many of them, right? But remember that a Trixie is 8 bets, so I still had a lot. But that was my main investment was in that Trixie, right? So I was able to double up. I had like $200 invested, and I was able to make $200 at the end of the night after losing some very small little like $25 quarter unit, $25 bets. I was still able to come out with a $200 profit, which I'm happy about. Any profit's good. Would I have liked to have bet more? Should I bet more? Great. I would like to, but right now I just don't have the expendable income to do that. Guys, bet within your limits. Even myself, bet within your limits. We have nothing to prove to anybody. There's nothing to prove. Oh, I'm a big guy. I won 10K. I won 5K. Don't even worry about that shit, guys. Lottery ticket bet is fine. No one cares. Just don't lie about it. Like all these cappers, I know they're lying. There's nothing improved in their quality of life, their production quality, maybe they're keeping it in the bank, but there's nothing. I don't see it. You could come with it. I could go and get a 10,000, 10 racks right now from the bank, right? There's nothing, and I could show it to you, but that doesn't mean that I won that from gambling. I could show you a stack of cash. Guys, don't be fooled by these people. Don't be taken. Yeah. If you've made money off of them, great. Awesome. But buyer beware and all this shit. Even me. I'm trying to tell you guys, like, not even me, but I'm as genuine as it comes, man. I try to be a straight shooter. I'm the about better. You guys listen to the information. Hopefully you've been here a couple of years. Please like and subscribe. Participate in the chat. Love to hear from you people. Real news on the good take. Real news, yeah. GM3, of course, is a live dog, but also on Masvidal. Like, Masvidal has all the incentive in the world to win that bout. If Masvidal will get another title shot. He will get another title shot because Edwards wants Masvidal. He doesn't want Colby. It's not because he's scared of Colby. He wants Masvidal. Wouldn't you want the guy that fucking smacked you in the face to give you the 3-piece in the soda? The dude that clowned you in front of the world, in front of the MMA community? What is Dana thinking? The Dana White privilege should not apply here. It should not apply. The Dana White privilege should not apply. It should be Masvidal. If Masvidal wins, especially as underdog, even in a controversial decision, put him with Edwards. I think it's an easy fight for Edwards. Personally, I think it's an easy fight for Edwards, but that will sell. Bring him to Miami again. You can't bring him to Miami again. They could headline a big card, maybe the Ultimate Fighter card. They could be with Conor, put him underneath Conor and Chandler, and then Conor can win. If he wins, he could call out the winner of that bout. Say he wants Edwards or he wants Masvidal. Man, it's easy. It's easy business, guys. It's not MMA math. It's MMA business. Masvidal with the victory is a win-win for the UFC. Put him in that Conor. Put him in that Ultimate Fighter event that would come up. The winner of Conor and Chandler. Make Chandler go up, fight Edwards, big money. Masvidal still has, ooh, I love that. Has this nice, a little toastiness to it. Trying to figure out what to describe of the toast. Nice, the beer is really complimenting it. Very light, subtle sweetness, good cedar, very smooth. That's why it's the Uvezian, right? It's very smooth, light, subtle. I wish it was a little richer, had more oils, but this is a refined cigar. This is a cigar for somebody that's able to pick up on its fine notes, its subtleness, because it's a very subtly flavorful cigar. Very nice smoke, excellent construction. Like, look at that ash. It's not super uniform, but I could tell it's this was rolled by an expert as always, but no, it's not as always, but this is, I could tell, I could see the placations, very uniform, very good, very, very excellent quality cigar. Man, good day here, guys. Good day here. What can I say, man? Living good. Fine cigars, fine beer, fine watches. We don't need the fine women. Good money. We got money. Got money. What's in your wallet? Oh, cash, not hundreds. Got cash. Designer wallets. It's okay to have for a man to have a designer wallet like Coach or Michael Kors or Gucci wallet, Hermes, Loro Piana, Ferragamo, Dunhill. Got the Dunhill, like the Dunhill lighter. Life is good, guys. Life is good. I love my days off. I spend a lot of money. Like I had 2 cigars. This one was $10.85. This other one here was like $9. And the Hop Butcher, I want to believe. I want to believe. Not cheap. This was $16 for a 4-pack. So $4 for a beer, which is better than if you went to a bar and bought your fucking Budweiser or your fucking light beer or even a Modelo, which Modelo's been my go-to lately. I've been back on the Modelos. That's my go-to. That's still better than what you would pay at a bar or a restaurant. We go to some places. I went to Putt Shack recently with the lady. I went to Putt Shack, and the drinks I had were fabulous there. Guys, the cocktails that they had were fantastic. The food was really good, too. Food was really good at Putt Shack. If there's a Putt Shack close to you, I highly recommend it. It is about better approved. A good time, good food, not super expensive, sort of like well-priced. Interesting indoor mini golf, putting golf. Interesting. I won. I beat my girlfriend, which is a big accomplishment because she's a golfer, and she's good at most things. But I was impressed with their food. They do an excellent job of fusing Mexican, Asian, and bar food. And if you think that's ridiculous, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Go to the Putt Shack, eat the food, eat the sandwiches that I'm talking about. Like, you'll get a short rib sandwich that is spiced. It has like Mexican spices on it with a little barbecue sort of texture and nice salad, like a nice, like not lettuce, but not spinach. I forgot what it's called. A different type of lettuce, and it's just so good. There were other elements that we had too. The spring rolls, like a pulled pork spring roll. Like it tasted very Mexican. It tasted like a Mexican. It was very Mexican in some of the things that they did. Pulled pork spring roll, awesome. Or just an egg roll, not instead of egg roll. Like think of an egg roll with pulled pork in it, and it had Mexican flavoring with Asian sauces. Fucking excellent. All it lacked, like it needed, like all those things. We need a little avocado and maybe a little mango, like to rich it up. Would have been over the top, excellent, good. I would ask for that in the side in the future, and they could do it for you at those places. Beware, guys, if you go to some places and try to do that. When you try to change what they're doing, can you add avocado to it? Can you add a little mango sauce to it? Careful when you ask for that. Sometimes chefs, if you go to the wrong place and you ask that, you're gonna get screwed. People get pissed. Chefs get pissed off when you fuck with their menus. Believe me, I'm one of those guys that they'll come out and ask, and the reason they do is because they like their set menu. They're offended when someone tries to augment what they have on the menu. They want to stick to the menu. It's easier for them. That's what they created. So be careful what you ask for and where you ask for it. So, but I did it at the Putt Shack, and it worked out good. Because myself, I worked in the kitchen and food and beverage industry, in the restaurant industry. So when I know that they have sauces, when you read from a different item, that they have like this avocado sauce or a mango chutney thing, I was like, hey, can I get a little side of that mango chutney? Or can you add that mango chutney to my short ribs or whatever it is? They'll do it because they have it there prepared. Just be careful doing that. Don't always do that shit. See if it's okay. And I always tell that to the server. I'm like, hey, I'd like the mango chutney put on this, but ask the chef or the people preparing it if that's okay. And normally, more often than not, 9 times out of 10, it's good. And I'm one of those people who could do that shit because I know what I want, and I know what it's going to work good. And I just do that shit. I don't do it in a lot of places. I know in certain restaurants they're not going to like that, but if you go to a more traditional place, it's okay. At a bar like Putt Shack, where they have like already everything pre-prepared, and you want to order an element that's on another dish or another, they have it prepared. It's just in a batch already. It's nothing to them to give you some of the mango puree or a little more avocado or whatever it is that you're asking for. If they already have it prepared, it's no big deal. If it's already on sort of the menu, even on another item, it's not a big deal. They don't like it though. Still, they don't like it. But I'm that type of dude. I read what I read, and I say, hey, this thing's great. But if it had that little avocado with it, or that mango puree sauce with it, it might be even better. And I take the risk to ask for it. Or when you're going to use the washroom, you don't want to interrupt the guys. Ask the maitre d', maybe even go by the kid. I'm that type of dude. Good and bad, guys. Good and bad. I don't like to interrupt the people, but I will go to the kitchen, and I love looking what they're doing. I love watching what they're doing, how they're making everything. Like I said, I've worked in the restaurant industry. I know that interrupting them is bad. I try to acknowledge that, and as long as you leave a good tip, usually it's good. And whenever the chef comes out, and if you did something off menu, off that, a kind of change, and the chef comes out and you thank them, like, and you say, oh, so good. I know it was good without it, but I just wanted that added flavor. It worked out well. Thank you so much. And you're just so gracious to them. It offsets it. Like today, I was at Binny's, and I saw the owner of the Iris Brewery, the cider house there, and I saw her, and I got the chance to thank her for the good food. I got to talk about the Malort. Remember I mentioned the Malort that I had, and she was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I like taking shots of that. And I was like, I didn't take shots of that shit. I was fucking drinking that in the tulip. He's like, oh, well, you're supposed to just take shots. I was like, well, it snuck up on me. I understand why you're supposed to just take shots of that. You're supposed to just ease into that. Malort cider, apple cider was a Malort with apple cider. Guys, go read about it. Iris Brewery, Cider House here in Chicago on Irving Park. Do the research. Look it up. Great place to eat. Fantastic food. Incredible environment. It's in an old factory, or it's not a bank. It's an old factory of some type. Fabulous food. I'm not even into ciders, and I drink cider there. When I go there, you got to have the cider. She makes a beer. She's really good at making a beer. She knows what the fuck she's doing. But you got to have the cider. Go there, have a cider. Fantastic. And the food is off the chain. The service is top notch. Best service in any brewery, food, eating place at all. Where people aren't phony. They know what they're doing. And they're just so service friendly, attentive. You could ask for, I need another napkin. I got this one really dirty. Can I get a different, anything you want. It reminds me of Mexico, and a lot of Mexican people are there, where the service level is really high. It's super, super attentive. It's a 5. The service level at Iris Brewery is 5. When I go to some breweries, the people, I'm gonna be real. You go certain places, even the bartender's a little snooty. Places I've gone to here in Chicago, where they're a little pretentious. They're pretentious. I'm going to call it what it is. I don't know if it's intentionally. That's who they hire. It's a little uppity, pretentious. The people at Iris are service orientated. I don't want to call them servants, but they're service orientated. When we were the Hop Butcher, they're cool, but there's a level of pretension, snootiness. Even at Hop Butcher, when I went to the brewery, bartender was a little, I could have been a little cocky too. It is what it is. I'm accustomed to when I worked at high-end retail, there is a level of humble humility and servitude that you have to give to every customer, every person that walks in. Like even if I worked at Hermes, if I worked at Chanel, I worked at what's the other luxury house? Luxury, and I disagreed with a lot of my coworkers at this point. Does not have to mean exclusivity. Yes, the brand has to be exclusive, and we have to promote that exclusivity in terms of its quality, not always in our audience, right? Like that's why the price point of luxury brands are what they are. That's why Rolex is priced what it is. Richard Mille is priced what it is. Patek Philippe is priced what it is. Gucci's priced what it is. Chanel's priced what it is. They want to exclude a lot of people from buying it. Period. The Seiko watch, as you do in some of those high-end watches, not necessarily. Right? It's just a watch. But on the higher end, they want both. Right? And they don't care if you're able to buy it. They don't want affordability. It's not about that. It's about promoting the brand. I looked at Ferragamo. I'm a big fan of Ferragamo belts and their shoes. And their belts have gone up since I had one. I had one and I threw it away. I did literally throw away a Ferragamo belt that I paid $100 for. The leather was already charred. I was stupid for not keeping the buckle. But I was moving. Long story short, I was leaving San Francisco on a whim very fast. I gave away a lot of my suits. I'm like, I'm never going to wear a suit. I wasn't that type of person anymore that wore luxury goods. So I just literally put them on the street, and it was gone in an hour. All my shit was gone. I literally threw it on the streets. Bag of suits, bags of luxury goods that I wasn't going to wear anymore. And at that time, very few places, I tried to sell them to a luxury reseller, but very few men's luxury resale areas existed. And I think that's a good actually business idea again, that I might try again, to buy luxury goods from men. Because luxury women's, like if you get a women's Chanel bag, that sells again. eBay is, has that big business of old Chanel, old Gucci. You can resell a lot of your old luxury goods on eBay now. Whereas back in the past, it just like, especially with men's stuff, it didn't sell. This is a great cigar, guys. Very soft, subtle in the construction. I cannot relate the construction and the subtle flavors. Very soft, light, excellent cigar. I remember the days when we go to Chicago, we go to Wrigley. I don't know, Wrigleyville, baby. You guys don't know I'm from Wrigleyville. I remember days when guys were smoking cigars in the bleacher bums, in the bleachers. This beer is a 10 out of 10, guys. Dare I say 11? 11. I'm going to kick this up to 11. I think this is the best beer that I've reviewed and had with the cigar thus far. I want to believe that it is. I had that X-Files theme in my head. The middle of the cigar right now is just fabulous. The oils have started to emancipate themselves. I could see the sheen of it on the cigar. It has a little bit more of a lathering on the palate. If you're asking, what, this guy isn't talking MMA, he hasn't talked MMA yet. We've talked MMA. I gave you some good underdogs already. We've talked some good bets. I've given you some plays. I've given you guys opportunities to speak about stuff. Let's go down the card. Let's go down the card. You want to go down the card? Jay Sherman. Kung Fu Panda. It's Kung Fu Panda or pass. Lupita Godinez. Fucking love that girl. Love my little Mexican-Canadian lady. Are you kidding me? Love Lupita Godinez. But Cynthia Calvillo, Mexican-American girl. Wrestling base. Used to train out of Team Alpha Male, I believe. Not the best head, not the best fight IQ. I get why she's a dog. I get it, but the number should be closer. So that's another dog or pass for me. Same thing with Shailan Numambike and Steve Garcia. Steve Garcia is not a joke, man. he might be one of the better guys. He comes out of Trevor Whitman, not Trevor Whitman. I'm sorry. We're New Mexico, Albuquerque, right? It's not Albuquerque. He might be one of their better fighters coming out of Jason Witt, that area where John Jones is at, the camp in New Mexico. Shailan Numbike is power, dude. That dude is one. Reminds you of Song Yudong. Just a fucking, like Yoel Romero, fucking beast of a man, like a little steel man. Gung, gung, gung. That's the problem with Steve Garcia. Can you withstand the power? And Steve Garcia can hit too, but Numbike could take it. Like that's going to be a great fight. I don't think I would not put Shailan Numbike in that parlay either. I'll put Lupita Godinez in that parlay. I'm saying all the fights that I'm picking, Gastelum, Pfeiffer, Joe Pfeiffer, and Mearshart, all my dog parlays, don't go the opposite and put those favorites in parlays. Is that's my main point here. Do not put Chase Sherman in a parlay. Do not put Lupita Godinez in a parlay. Do not put Shailan Numbike in a parlay. Chris Curtis, Kelvin Gastelum, even money now, which is what it should be. In fact, I think Gastelum should be the favorite there. I don't know why Chris Curtis. I should have got Gastelum at that dog money when he was dog. Do not put Joe Pfeiffer in a parlay at that price. Pinheiro against Waterson, I would say don't put Pinheiro in that parlay either. And don't parlay Gilbert Burns at minus 500. Get the fuck out of here. Don't do it. Don't put Adrian Yanez in a parlay against Rob Font. That's going to be a boxing match. Maybe Yanez could... Rob Font, another camp that hasn't... Jiu-Jitsu guys, you're in the East Coast. You're there close to, not just Matt Serra's Jiu-Jitsu camp, but the other Jiu-Jitsu fabulous guys here. Dude, guys from that East Coast, that Philadelphia mob, you're like close to two of the best Jiu-Jitsu schools. Three, because there's other school. Marcelo has a school there on the East Coast. You got three of the best Jiu-Jitsu schools in the world at your disposal, and yet you're going to continue to box because they have some of the best boxing gyms in the world in Philadelphia, where they're from, the Philadelphia mob. Go to those fucking jiu-jitsu schools. Fucking jiu-jitsu Adrian Yanez. Rob Font, Puerto Rican guy. I love the dude. The key to stopping Adrian Yanez, take him down, fucking submit him. Easy. Adrian Yanez will not be a champion. Just does not have the jiu-jitsu. Does not have the wrestling and the jiu-jitsu. Just like Rob Font doesn't. That's why he's the dog. It's dog or pass, and I'm not willing to put any money on Rob Font winning that fight, but I'm not going to parlay Adrian Yanez. Again, Santiago Ponzinibbio, Kevin Holland. Ponzinibbio has great takedown defense and is fucking, you ain't going to knock that motherfucker out. He could take it. Look at what this dude did to him last fight. He was winning the fight until round 3, and Ponzi came back on him. Ponzinibbio is a dog. So big, I'm going big on Ponzinibbio as an underdog at plus 225. That's my main bet, is Santiago Ponzinibbio. That's my best underdog on this card. Raul Rosas Jr., don't parlay him. No need to parlay him. Against Christian Rodriguez, I would just avoid that fight altogether. Alex Pieta now at plus 115. Don't hammer it hard. I'm just it is what it is, guys. I think that this is an easy card to pick. It is dog or pass all the way up and down the card, right? I think Ponzinibbio might be the best bet there. And Masvidal, plus 370, I'm going to say not lottery ticket, $5 lottery ticket or a $10 lottery ticket, or just avoid it. Just let it be what it is. Like, there is no value there. Just let it be what it is. I think it's the best bet is we're going to see if we get good money on Gilbert Burns via submission. Because I think Gilbert Burns is back to the old. He realized, Tohina, he realized, like, I got to use my jiu-jitsu. I got to be that dude. I got to be Damian Maia. I'm the best jiu-jitsu practitioner in the UFC at this time. He's one of the best. He's one of the best of all of them. He's got to start using that. And he realized it. He's like, against Magny, he's like, I got to start taking motherfuckers down. I got to start fucking sleeping dudes. I got to start breaking limbs. I got to start doing that. And look against Khamzat. He didn't take Khamzat down. He didn't try to clinch up and go to the ground with him. Test Khamzat's jiu-jitsu. We've learned that this guy's jiu-jitsu is Makhachev's jiu-jitsu is not that good. You want to roll? He's not rolling. He's an opportunist. His jiu-jitsu jiu-jitsu has been exposed as a finisher. Most of these guys, if Gilbert Burns gets your back, you're done. You are done. You're done. It doesn't matter. I think Gilbert Burns could sub fucking goddamn Khamzat. If he has Khamzat's back, he's submitting him. Khamzat is an opportunist. Yes, he submitted Oliveira. I don't know what Oliveira was doing in that fight. He just gave up. I would say, even though Oliveira has more submission victories, I would argue that Gilbert Burns' jiu-jitsu is better than Oliveira. I'm just throwing that out there. You can disagree with me. I just think his jiu-jitsu is better. The best jiu-jitsu practitioner on this card is, of course, Gilbert Burns. Who's the second best? Gerald Meerschaert. Dog money, guys. Dog money. Dog card. That's what we're going to be chasing, dogs. I always chase dogs. I pretty much always chase dogs, guys. I'll pick some favorites and I'll pick some methodologies. You guys know that. But this is a dog card or nothing, man. For sure. Guys, do not parlay these favorites. Don't do it. Like, the best favorites I see, if you're gonna parlay some favorites, I think Lupita Godinez, I don't like that price at minus 265 for a women's fight. I like her. I like Godinez to win this fight. I think she gets Calvillo down. I think she has better wrestling. She could hold her down and not finish her and win rounds. Right? Just from, she has better jiu-jitsu, and I think that she has the better wrestling, even though Calvillo comes from a wrestling family. Lupita is like really good. But if Lupita stays on the feet, it's a toss-up. Don't put her in that parlay. Actually, I wouldn't do it. Don't do it. I can't do Gilbert Burns at minus 500. Adrian Yanez is probably the best parlay piece on this card. And Raul Rosas Jr. probably, because he probably gets that victory. Those two get to plus 120. But for that price, guys, a two-piece parlay, you're better off just picking out one of the dogs and hitting one of the dogs. This is a card where we got to pick the right dog at the right price. That's why I like my big parlay as a Canadian, right? Some of these dogs are going to hit. I think Gerald Meerschaert has the best chance of hitting. Dana's hoping that Pfeiffer fucking knocks out Gerald Meerschaert. Meerschaert ain't falling for the banana in the tailpipe again. He's not falling for that shit. If he just stays out of Pfeiffer's power range, and if Pfeiffer decides to wrestle, I think the Philadelphia guys, because he's part of the Philadelphia crew, Rob Font and the other fantastic good boxer, they're going to box. I think Gastelum is the best pick on the card. People are really counting him out. He's always been an underachiever. The Heinz. I like my Canadian. 52 bucks. $2 on 26 bets. I am making 26 bets, guys. That's not good. Let me go use the washroom here. Oh, my dog. There he is. How are you? I thought you were over here. I like Cynthia Calvillo on the money line. I like Steve Garcia at plus 180. I like Gerald Meerschaert on the money line. I like Santiago Ponzinibbio as my bet. Ponzinibbio is good. I know it's plus 255. What if Ponzi's not? Here's the other thing, guys. Big note. Ain't gonna wrestle, but not the worst wrestler that is out there. What if Ponzi, mainly a striker, Ponzinibbio is a tough motherfucker. Kevin Holland is tough when he's fighting street people. People like me, drunk on the fucking street. He'll beat the shit out of me all day. He's not beating the shit out of fucking drunk Ponzinibbio. Drunk Ponzinibbio is a bad motherfucker. I know. I've been risking on Ponzinibbio. I got away with it a lot of times. I said, I'll never bet on Ponzinibbio ever again. Fuck that dude. He sucks. Oh, my God. I can't tell you how many times that Ponzinibbio has won for me, but I've been on there so many times. I can see why this is a well touted cigar and why it got the name of Uvezian now. Even though I didn't know Mr. Uvezian before, it has complexity. Like, it is completely different than it was at the start. Let's see if I can peel the band. Nope, not yet. Guys, with the cigar, don't fight the band. Don't try to take the band off too soon. Let the heat it up, make it soft so you can peel it off. Don't fight it. If it doesn't want to come off, don't fight it. I see guys that make like these videos of cigars and they give these cigar tips and they get thousands of views and provide basic information. I just gave you a piece of basic information. I'm not going to get 1,000 views. Probably only get 5 or 6, maybe 20. But whatever. Here's where I'm starting to feel bitter, huh? The bitterness comes out after a few beers and a cigar. The bitterness. No, man, this is good. The finish on the cigar is excellent. It's very light, toasty, lots of cedar. So it's well aged. I just don't think it had the most premium tobacco. I'm going to give this cigar a 7.5. It's a 7.5. It is excellent, but it's a 7.5. It's not up in the upper echelon. And for the price, considering the price, I might have to bump it down to a 7. It being in that 1085 range, it's got to have a lot more than what it's providing me. But it's not a bad. It is well rolled, well constructed. I don't think aging will help the cigar. In fact, I think aging will diminish. Like a wine, certain wines are meant to drink. You drink now. Like this cigar, you need to smoke now. If you age it, I think the flavors are gone. Like the palate, the notes on it are going to change for the negative. It's going to be a very dry smoke. You don't want to sit on these. This is a good cigar. You buy them if you know what you want. Would I buy it again? Yes. Yes. This is a good golfing cigar, outdoors, want a good smoke, want light, don't want it to be overwhelmed. Love its toastiness and the very light sweetness. And I know I keep mentioning and revisiting that appraisement of it. Now there's a little more oil. Love it. Love that little bit of oil, but still I got to give it like that 7.5 area. Like it is just not as rich, not as robust, pungent. I want pungency. It's just too woody, too much cedar. It's not mono flavored. It is dual. It just doesn't have it that you need to make a full, excellent cigar. But the construction, the draw, cigar, fucking hats off to you. This is one of the best rolled cigars you'll buy. Whoever rolled this cigar is a master. Excellent draw. It's just too light for me. Again, it's a matter of taste. We're all just talking about taste. Somebody had the nerve, going back to the watches, to I mentioned to somebody that you already bought your $300 watches, right? Like you bought, like me. Like I have a collection. Most of my collection is in that $100 to $300 range, except for a couple watches that I have that are in the $1,000 range. And somebody was like, "Oh, I'm ready to step up to a watch over the $300 range." And I mentioned to people like, "You're an idiot. You're fucking, what do you tell? There's always somebody that fucking doesn't know what they're talking about." Like got all butthurt because I made a comment. It wasn't even a comment to his post. It was a comment to something. There's always that one guy that mentioned something stupid. Blah 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 blah. Like, what the fuck, man? A diver watch chrono, or you get a different watch, right? Like my Sugas, but you get a different watch that has more versatility. If you're not willing, if you're in that, let's just say that our limit is $1,000, your best bet is an excellent chrono or pilot's watch, in my opinion. Not a dress watch, because this watch isn't going to be good at work. It look cool. This is not a work watch. I am wearing this at work. It's cool. It's going to light up really nice, but I'm going to fuck it up. This is a dress watch. You wear this, as a dress watch. It's not a work watch. again, the cigar just doesn't have the diversity that I want. I want diversity, and I want, like a watch. If you're going to get one watch to rule them all, you don't want to get a dress watch, and you don't want to get a diver's watch. Get like a chrono or some other watch that you could wear with casually, that you could wear with this Cubs thing. I'm wearing the baby blue because it's baby blue and it's going with it. Okay. But it's awkward. This is an awkward watch to wear with the outfit. The blue works, right? And it says something. Works with the shoes and the socks, right? But it's awkward. It's awkward. The guy criticized me. He said, "Oh, you're like giving your opinion is like somebody asked for a restaurant recommendation, and you said cook at home." No, I didn't. I gave an opinion. Don't get a diver's watch. A diver's watch is meant for diving. Guess what? When you dive, people, when you're a diver, when you're a swimmer or surfer, you don't get a diver's watch. You have a dive computer. I have a diver's watch. It's called a Sunto. I got the Sunto right here. This Sunto is older than most of my viewers. This is what you get. It has a compass, altimeter. Like, this is what you get when you want a diver's watch, because you're diving. You're actually in the water, right? Style-wise, this is not a good watch. It looks like a Casio, but it functions better than a Casio because it has an altimeter. It has a fucking compass in it. You need to know sometimes if you're going east or west underwater. You might be underwater for a long time. You have a dive computer. You don't need a diver's watch. Fuck. And the guy that mentioned it was like a smart motherfucker, but you ain't that smart. We are functional people. I get shit for function. If I'm diving, I'm wearing this watch. If I'm diving and I'm scuba diving or snorkeling, I'm wearing this watch. It will tell me how deep I am, right? It will tell me if I'm going east or west. It will give the time to me. It actually, besides the altimeter, what else does it have? It has a barometer. It will tell me the temperature. Because as you go deeper in the water, guess what? It gets colder. It gets colder. God damn. Pissed me off, that dude. His comment pissed me off. Now I'm triggered by his comment. Just because he was such a smart guy. You know, like, dude, don't get... This is a diver's watch. Don't get... this diver's watch, right? Like, I love this diver's watch, right? But style-wise, this just doesn't cut it. Beautiful watch. Love the illumination. Beautiful dial. Green. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love this watch. But when I'm diving, I'm not wearing this. I'm wearing this. This functions better. This works better, guys. This is a true diver's watch. This is I'm on the deck of the boat. I need to look good. Fake Rolex watch. This is, I need to know what fucks where I'm at, where I'm going. Actual functional watch. I'm telling you guys. I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up how people are on the internet. You know? Beautiful, which looks better? This or this? This fucking looks better. So I wear this shit. So I wear this out. Like, I wear this out. But this is a better dive watch. So when I say don't buy a diver's watch as your first expensive watch, I'm making sense. Buy the watch that you're going to wear more, that is functional to you. Out of these two, which would I buy first? I would buy this one, even though this one's worth more money. This one just looks better and has more versatility style-wise, even though it is a diver's watch. But out of all of these guys, rather than this watch, I'd buy, these are equal price watches. In fact, this Sugis, this Chinese made Sugis, is more valuable. I'd buy this chrono rather than the dive watch, guys. Which one would you buy sooner? This has more versatility style-wise. I could wear this casually. I could dress this up. I could wear this with a suit. Can't wear this with a suit. I could wear this with a suit. You could wear this with the fancy stuff. I could wear it with jeans. I could wear it in the water. I'd rather buy this chrono, right? This $200 Chinese-made chrono than the $200 Japanese semi-diver watch. Simple stuff, guys. It is what it is. You don't need style points from me. You guys all look better. Yeah, now, see, now you can peel the label off because the heat hit it. There's a lot of glue on this band. Great construction on this cigar, guys. That ash hit, it plopped. It plopped. That, believe it or not, that's an indication, another indication that nobody's going to talk about those things. Even the cigar guys. When the cigar, when it ashes, and you hear it plop, when it hits the ashtray or the table or even the ground, and you hear that, it's a well-rolled cigar. Love this watch, guys. Love it. We're going to get the Rolex. We're going to get a vintage. We're going to get some watches. Am I going to get a Richard Mille or a Patek Philippe, Vacheron Constantin, or some of these expensive watches? Maybe one of them. I'm probably going to get a Rolex. I'm not going to get those other high-end watches, but why? Why would I want those? Why would I want those? Even if I had the money, that expendable cash, I can buy a house for fucking $100,000. And even if I had enough money to buy 10 houses or 100 houses, they're like, well, why buy? You can afford a $100,000 watch. I'm like, no, I'm going to buy another house, buy another plot of land. I'm going to start a cigar company. I'm going to start a skateboard company. So, no, actually, that's wrong. Because some of the, not wrong, but I was about to say something that was wrong. Some of these watches outcompete the stock market, right? Like some of them, as an investment, outcompete the stock market. Like you can buy certain watches, they're going to earn you more money than if you put it into the market. None of mine. None of the, maybe after 20 years, 50 years, maybe these become more valuable. I doubt it. It might retain a little value, but this is a $100 watch, guys. $100. $15 suede strap. Beautiful suede. Great loom, great watch. Excellent choice. Going back to other things, watch related, gambling related, don't like the fakers. Guys, you guys are getting your info from fakers. I shouldn't harp on it anymore. There's nobody participating with me, so I can't talk about a lot of these fights as I normally did back in my the previous mode, but I can talk about the cigar because I'm smoking it. I can talk about this beer because I want to believe because I'm drinking it. I know this shit. We know this, right? We know this shit, guys. We know cigars. We know beer. We know gambling. We know watches. You hand me a fake Rolex, I'm going to tell you it's a fucking fake Rolex. And you tell me it's not a fake, it's a fake. You give an opinion on one of these fights over here, and I'm on the other side. I'm gonna provide you information that is supporting my position. Gerald Mearshart is a better jiu-jitsu practitioner than Joe Pfeiffer. Joe Pfeiffer is a beast of a man, good boxer. No jiu-jitsu. Gilbert Burns and Jorge Masvidal. Jorge Masvidal is a badass motherfucker with no jiu-jitsu. Not going to win. If it goes to the ground and it's a jiu-jitsu match, at that point, Gilbert Burns is going to submit Jorge Masvidal. Right? Calvin Gastelum, Chris Curtis. It's even money now. Gastelum should have been the favorite. Because Chris Curtis, not bad jiu-jitsu, not great jiu-jitsu. Gastelum's jiu-jitsu, near non-existent, but good boxing. And tough, can take a hit. Like, Kevin Gastelum's there. Rob Font, Adrian Yanez. Kickboxing match, Adrian Yanez is going to take that all day. He's the only parlay piece in here at minus 180. He's going to win that fight. Rob Font is not going to outpoint Adrian Yanez. Even though Adrian Yanez doesn't have the best striking defense, Adrian Yanez has a wrestling or jiu-jitsu upside, which he doesn't utilize. If I were Adrian Yanez, I'd fucking go to AKA. I'd go to a fucking grapple heavy fucking school now. And I wouldn't fight for the next year. And just fucking improve my wrestling, my fucking jiu-jitsu. Don't listen to me. They won't listen to you. Nobody's going to listen to me. Which is great. You guys don't listen, but I don't have the viewership. But if Adrian Yanez fucking learned jiu-jitsu, like fucking became a jiu-jitsu ace, he could be champion. But because he hasn't made that change. He stayed stagnant. Like this is a card of stagnant fighters, one-dimensional or dual-dimensional, two elements, but not three elements. We need three elements to MMA, guys. Right? We need three elements. We need striking, wrestling, and jiu-jitsu. And who's the better out of this card? Who's of those three elements between Chase Sherman and Chris Barnett? I think Chase Sherman is the better practitioner. He has better clinch game. Both have no wrestling, but the clinch sort of like counts as a type of wrestling, like Greco-Roman wrestling. I think he's better in the clinch, and he's going to have to do that. Maybe take Chris Barnett down. This is a good matchup for women. Cynthia Calvillo, pure wrestler, not a great striker, whereas Lupita is good at Taekwondo and good wrestling. I think she's got better striking. That's why she's the favorite. Not going to parlay her, but I think she should win that bout. Steve Garcia, Shaolin Nurmagomedov, striker versus striker. A wall versus a tech. I get why Shaolin is the favorite. He should be. More power in his hands, more power in his body. Like, Steve Garcia is going to have a hard time hurting him. So he should be the favorite. Chris Gastelum, Chris Curtis, Gastelum, same thing. You grew up as a wrestler. Had wrestling. Didn't develop his jiu-jitsu. Chris Curtis, great fight IQ. Chris Curtis, fight IQ, Super high level. Super high level. That's why you see him in the corner of a lot of fighters, because the guy is really smart. But Kevin Gastelum, if he were smart, go back to the wrestling, bro. Go to the wrestling, the ground and pound. Take him down, but he doesn't. He won't. You haven't been striking too long. I'm not even going to touch this Sam Hughes, Jacqueline Amora. If anything, I would go with Sam Hughes, but I'm not going to do it. Joe Pfeiffer, Jared Mearshart. Again, Pfeiffer got good wrestling, probably better wrestling and better striking than Mearshart. He should be on that favored side, but Mearshart's striking has been improving, and he has the by far better of both their skill, of all their skill sets. His jiu-jitsu outweighs Pfeiffer's skills, right? But physically, Joe Pfeiffer is up. That's all. That guy's another. He's like Neo and Beckoff. Like, that dude's a monster. He's a wall of a man. So Gerald Mearshart would be wise to like survive the first round, get this in the deep waters, get the submission late, because Pfeiffer is a bad man on the feet. The guy's just super strong, good takedown defense. He's a wrestler himself, but if Pfeiffer had better jiu-jitsu, it would be an easy call there. So I think that Mearshart's jiu-jitsu overrules Pfeiffer's just overall MMA game, and I think he's going to be able to use it if he could survive. Watterson versus Pinheiro, striking versus striking. Watterson just doesn't have, in striking, Pinheiro has a little bit more, I think, volume. They're not going to finish. The decision here is going to be like minus 230. I would just avoid this fight altogether. Burns Masvidal. If Burns comes in saying he's going to do what he should do and grapple, it's Burns all day. He is the minus 500 fighter for sure. If he decides to try to stay on the feet, and if Jorge could keep it on the feet, it's a lie. This is not a live bet. I think you have to put a little on Masvidal in the start. Just tinkle a little bit, like a little $20, $5, $30 bet on Masvidal, because the value's there. The value's there. Masvidal is a dog, dude. 30 wins you 110. I think there's value in Masvidal. I think the value's there. Rob Font, Adrian Yanez all day. All day. If it's on the feet, Yanez decides to take this down, which he has good jiu-jitsu. He has not the best wrestling, but he has good jiu-jitsu. He's going to be the longer, better kicks. Rob Font's all hands. Good short kicks, but long kicks. Yanez could grab them. I'm Yanez all day, but stay away. Holland Ponzinibbio. Ponzinibbio has underrated. Like, we haven't seen a lot of his wrestling. The guy can wrestle. He can take a punch. Do not take Kevin Holland at minus 295. Do not parlay him, guys. This for sure. I'm on Ponzinibbio as a dog. I think he's the best dog value at plus 225 on this whole card. Who are you going to parlay Kevin Holland with? Rosas Jr., which is the other, like, more secured favorite. Not really. At minus 114. Don't do it, guys. There are other spots on this card to make money. You're better off taking just Pieta on the money line. Right? Because Kevin Holland and Rosas Jr. get you at minus 114, where you could get Pieta as a dog at plus 115 as somebody that's already defeated his opponent 3 times. Already defeated his opponents 3 times, this guy. Guys, like, be smart with your money here. I think this is a very telltale, easy fucking card. Real News says Yanez was training with Aljo and Marab a little while back. Yeah, if Yanez fucking, yeah, if Giannis just go to your jiu-jitsu, like the dude is built for jiu-jitsu. He's quick, long arms. I wish I'm not a coach. I wish I was like an outside, a consultant. They came to me, when do you have to pay? Like, hey, and I would, if I saw a fighter, I would tell Giannis, like, if I saw Giannis, like, I went to the event, I saw Giannis, I'd be like, bro, love your style. Take this motherfucker down. Take him down. Work your wrestling and your jiu-jitsu. I would tell him, if I met him in a bar or at a place, I'd say, hey, dude, this is what you need to do. Same with Chris Gaslam. I'd be like, Chris Gaslam? I mean, not Chris Gaslam. I mix their names up. I'd be like, Kelvin, I'll be like, bro, lucha. You know, lucha. Get this guy down. And GM3, same thing. GM3 is like, survive this dude. Keep, Real News is with me there. And then his parlay for the Real News parlay, let me put it out there from Tuesday with 3 games. Rangers, Stars, and Holland and Masvidal. Wow. You're stretching there. My goodness. He put, but you know, a little $2 little lottery ticket, less than a lottery ticket, you know. I'm taking, once we're done here, I'm placing that bet on the Rangers at the plus money. Ron, do you know about the plus money? I'm on the Rangers. I think Masvidal is too much of a risk. I believe in Gilbert Burns. I believe that he is a mindset. He has a great fight IQ, and he's going back to his roots. And he's going to submit Jorge Masvidal. He's going to be like, I ain't fucking with this dude on the feet. And Masvidal knows it. Masvidal even said it on Joe Rogan's show. He's like, if I keep this on the feet, I'm winning. He's not going to keep it on the feet. Most fights get to the floor at some time. And if Gilbert Burns gets it to the floor, it's over. Yeah, Real News. Devils, Rangers. I'm on the Rangers all day, baby. Rangers. I'm a big New York Rangers fan right now. They've made me a lot of money this year. All on the Rangers against our Canadian folk. Or actually, no, we're in New Jersey. Good fights. Let me take a piss. I'm going to be back. Real News, thanks for... Hold up the chat, Real News. Guys, the real winner of today was the Hot Butcher, I Believe beer. Like, dude, this beer is a 10 out of 10. It is 11 out of 11. This beer is super good. Go to Hot Butcher. Go and grab this beer on tap. I bet on tap it's even better. Right, like, this is a really good beer, guys. The cigar is fantastic as well. I'm going to stay with you guys, even Real News, even though Real News is the only guy chatting. Dude, Real News, I like your hockey picks. Like, let's get on the Rangers. Let's hop on that Rangers bandwagon. Like, let's make some money on this, bro. Like, I'm going to make some money tonight. Rangers are my pick. At plus money, plus 115 is what I said. What was it, plus 115 on the money line? Like, let's make some hockey money, but hockey money. As they say in Canada. Hokey money. Yeah, plus 107. People are jumping on that fucking Rangers line. It was plus 115 earlier. Now it's plus 107. That line movement's happening, guys. Line movement is a real thing, guys. I have to give it up to Brady. I don't always believe Brady. Right? Let me just put it out there. Yeah, I don't always believe Brady. Brady is, what is his DFS picks? DFS by the numbers. The guy gets a little too good numbers sometimes. I think he just writes down, this is what I believe. He writes down like what they opened up at, and he says he got it at that, right? He didn't place the bet. Although he does play some chalk money, but in order to make that chalk money, if I believe Brady, I haven't seen an improvement of Brady's quality of life, right? Like you haven't seen an improvement of my quality of life either. I get it. But I admit that I'm only winning like $200, $300 a night, maybe fucking 400 tops. My best night was like $1,300, right? Like that's my best winning night, like $1,300. Whereas like some of these cappers talk like they're making like 10,000, like they beat that money. It's like, wait, you beat that money on $100 bet, like like it doesn't help you. Yeah, real news. Hockey's there, man. I'm like I love hockey betting because when I'm with Brian Sobchak, you saw him in the chat earlier. Like oh my God, this season, if you bet ties on some of the most of the events that we saw, you'd be making some good money, man. Like there's such good hockey teams right now that I love. That's what I like about hockey is the parity level. Like there is a slim level of skill between the best and somebody that's mediocre. Like the games are close, the parity is there. Oh, look, there's a chatting over there. Real news, hey, real news, we ain't fake over here. We ain't fake. And a lot of, I'm down with the people that ain't fake. And I keep mentioning this. Bleed MMA Guru. A lot of these guys, a lot of these dudes are not what you think they are. Like I am, you're like, what you see is like, I don't care about that being the difference. I just don't, again, I'm not wearing a fake Rolex. Those dudes who wear a fake Rolex is what I'm saying. That's if we're going to equivocate something is I'm not going to project myself as something that I'm not. Whereas I think a lot of these other MMA gamblers, MMA people do. So, yeah, they do a great job promoting themselves. I get that. I respect their opinions. I really do respect their opinions. But unlike them, we bet. We're about bettors. We are about that betting life. We're about that gambling life. Like, I'm gambling. I'm risking I keep telling you guys this. When I lose, you lose. when I bet something, I bet it. Like, it's not pretending next week it's just all different. It's a whole new week. Forget about last week. You can recap all you want. Blood Money Bets does a great job of that. That's why I love Blood Money Bets. And I've mentioned him many a times. And now his channel blew up. Even fucking this little kid. His channel blew up too. I get why my channel doesn't blow up. I'm not for everybody's taste. We're drinking beer. We're fucking smoking cigars. We're not really talking MMA. We're reviewing watches. Talking other fucking shit. Not everybody's down with that stuff. I get it. I have no problem with it. I like my style of what I'm doing. And it could get better. And it could change. right? This isn't the end of everything, right, guys? I'm not out of the MMA gambling fucking shit, dude. I don't have the viewership. I don't have whatever. I don't care. I do care. Actually, I do. I'm not bitter about it, but I do care. Sorry, I'm not going to lie. I care. I've always wanted more viewership. I wanted more attention. I wanted a bigger audience. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Like, but I'm not lying to my anybody that watches the stream, and you're one of the few people that watches it. I'm not lying to you people. If I say I want $200, that's what I want. If I place a bet on something and I'm going to bet on this, that's what I did. Big difference between me and other people. What do you post on? I can fabricate my. I don't care. I'm going into the weeds here, guys. Going in the weeds. I like talking about cigars and beers. Love what I'm doing right now. You know. Yeah, Johnny is awesome. You know, great personality, fabulous wife. You know, Johnny K is, Johnny K is an awesome guy. Short, very good opinions. I'm really, really happy with those guys, what they're doing, and I'm glad they finally got like their attention. Right? I wish I got a little more myself. I really do. I honestly do. But those guys are genuine. Whereas I think other people are just like, especially some guys that like, they're so authoritative, right? I need to stop this discussion. I'm going down the rabbit hole. I'm in the weeds. Like, you guys know who I am. I'm the Bob Better. Like, you get what you get when you come to the channel. You get in my live, which nobody is. That's okay. I wish there were more people, but I think you get more from me. I think I provide more value than they do. A lot of people, not Johnny K, not just straight MMA guys, but like definitely better than some of these guys that seem very authoritative and pick orientated MMA channels. You know who somebody is underrated? Real news, you know who's the most underrated goddamn MMA analyst in the game? My boy, this dude from MMA community. No respect. Nobody in his chats when he goes live. Just like me. The MMA, but he got more viewers, but that dude is hardworking, intelligent, very good delivery, good channel that people don't watch. They want to see something else. I have no idea why he doesn't have a bigger following. The MMA community, you know that one? MMA? Real News? He's awesome. That guy's awesome. You know, I think I'm pretty good myself, but whatever. We're here together. I love having the attention of Real News. I can't talk about how good I like fucking Real News, but other people like should be here too. It's all right, man. It's all good, bro. Like, hopefully you get a chance to smoke some good cigars. View my content of my beer. One day you get to drink some of this beer. Or if you don't drink, that's all right. If you don't smoke, that's okay. I'm actually disappointed. I am disappointed that I don't have more viewership, both from the cigar, beer people, more than the MMA. That's actually hurts more. Because I'm smoking like good-ass cigars. I'm providing better analysis of like the cigars and the beer, sometimes than the MMA, more oftentimes than the MMA. little more oil now at the very nub. This is a very nub. We're gonna smoke this to the nub. I have to get one of those. There's a little thing that you put the cigar in. You're able to smoke it all the way to the very end. I need to get one of those. Usually they're on a meerschaum or ivory. I'd love to get an ivory one, although ivory is like illegal, right? Mm. I want to stop. I don't want to stop. I want to stop like going off on like, well, why don't I have this? It's all right. Like I had that with my other channel, my personal channel. I used to make skateboard videos and nobody would watch them. Like some little kid in a garage would do a kickflip and get 1,000 views, and I'd show a full video of like some of the best skaters here in Chicago, like doing tricks and going off, music, editing, and I get like fucking 20 views. I mean, I didn't like it. It is what it is. But I felt bitter. Now I don't. Now it's like, well, I stopped doing those videos because of that. You know what though is different? It just like this, doing this phone stuff is I have the skills to do it in a higher level now. Because I did it like this, and I'm doing it like this, that's fine. I could step it up. I could improve my game. I can improve my backgrounds. I can improve my camera. I can improve my sound, right? I have ability to step it up. And my content is still the same. The choices are going to be the same. Guys, the choices are going to be the same. I would like to give you statistical information as I'm talking to you but I'm not getting the computer. I'm getting a surfboard. I got a big trip. I'm going to the fucking Indonesia, guys. Going to Indonesia. I'm not going back to Cali. I'm going to the Maldives. I'm going to the fucking tropics. Fucking foreign country. Like, that's what my gambling pays for. My winnings pay for me right now, just, well, trying to survive and not losing, but for the future. I'm not a rich guy. I'm not fucking Tate, the big top cheat. All those guys are phonies. All those YouTube people, they're all phonies, guys. They're all phonies, and you guys fall for it. Bleed MMA. This dude, great information, but they'd never put their money where their mouth is. I put my money where my mouth is. This is a fucking $10.85, $11 cigar. This is where my mouth is where my money is. They don't buy $11 cigars. They don't buy $20 cigars or $100 cigars. I, in my own defense, in terms of cigars, can make this $11 cigar into a $20 cigar, although this is not the one. This isn't the cigar, I mentioned this earlier, that I'm going to try to make a profit out of. I used to, and still should, but I don't have the market for it anymore. Age cigars, sit on wine, and resell that shit, just like a watch guy. Like this watch should be worth more than what it is, but no, it's still going for like, I don't know. Actually, this one might have gone up. Eventually, this is going to go up. I bought this for $79. I bet it's on Amazon right now for fucking $117. So I should at least still get $50, $60, because I just want to move it. If I wanted to move it, which I sort of do. View the watch market guys and listen to them. They're like the stock market. They are trading watches like the stock market. They will take a loss on something in order to restock and get something else that might make them that profit. They're willing to take a loss on something in order to reinvest that money to then flip it to make more money. I'm going to hold on to all my watches because when I die, I want my son to have all my watches. All of them. not as an investment, but as a memory. Something that I enjoy and I like that they have then on their wrist. And they could say, this is my father's watch. That's why I buy these things. And I'm going to buy some more expensive ones. I'm going to buy some. You see it. But that's what I'm about. Not just the investment. I love the look. Dude, I love the look of this watch. I'll wear this at the Cubs game. It's $100 watch. But to my son, hopefully someday, this watch means more. Right? I could go back there. I have my grandfather's watch. I have my grandfather's watch that means more to me. It's not functional, and I need to actually. That's my next investment after this year. Soon, very soon. My grandfather's pocket watch. Do you guys remember in this is my grandfather's watch. Sterling silver pocket watch. Hamilton, non-functional. Sterling silver. I'm going to guesstimate this watch, even non-functional, is in the $2,000, $3,000 range, maybe more. I need to get it repaired. It's going to cost me like $500, $600 to get it repaired. This is my grandfather's watch. Right? Beautiful. Right? Beautiful watch. I'm gonna get it repaired by a Hamilton guy. My family helped make the railroads. Both my families helped make the railroads in America. It's another thing I want to let people know. They fucking no racist shit over here. My Puerto Rican and my Mexican family helped make the railroads here in America. It's here in Chicago specifically. My family helped make the railroads here in Chicago. My family built the elevated railroads here in Chicago and in Mexico. My family still gets their Mexican railroad people, because he helped build the Mexican railroad. He gets money from the Mexican government. To this day, my brother collects that money. It might be only $30 a month, $40 a month, but it's a thing of pride. And this was his watch. I have my grandfather's watch. All right? Sterling silver. This is my prized possession. This is the thing I don't care about any of the other watches. I'll never. I need to fix this thing. Ironically, it's at 1010. Well, my son will get this watch. This will I'm going to fix it, and it's going to be part of my collection. And out of all my watches, this is the most valuable, but this watch is my family. This is our history, our legacy. I have nothing to represent our family and what we have done for this country and Mexico and the U.S. more than this watch. I can say whatever you want, but this watch proves is actual physical artifact of our legacy. That's why it's important to me. It's a beautiful watch. Incredible. Look at that thing. Look at the face of that watch. This watch is old. This watch is like, I think this watch is close to 100 years old. This watch is worth a lot of money. Thank you, Renews. That's what the watches mean to me. I just want my son to have all of them. All of them. The Sunto. I want him to have this Seiko. I want him to have the fucking this Chinese watch because I wore it. It's part of me. This Sunto I've had for over. This is a first generation Sunto. I've had this watch for over 20 years. It's older than most people I know. He could go diving with it. Yeah, the watches. That's why I got the watches. And if I wanted, there's a watch I would be willing to trade a lot of my watches for one watch. If the guy would trade me, but he's not. And I'm worth more dead than alive. I shouldn't tell people that. Then they come and kill me. My family will come and kill me. But I am. Life insurance is important. Buy as much life insurance as you can. I have a lot of life insurance. So I don't really care how I'm buried. But my son is going to be near a millionaire when I die. From my death. I'll put that out here. He can get to watch it. His wife can get to watch it. I mean, my ex can get to watch it. You know, I'm worth more dead than alive. By a lot. By like a ton. Like seriously, if I'm killed or I die, I'm worth over $1 million. I have that much life insurance. I have a lot of life insurance. Your credit union will offer you a life insurance plan. Your employer will offer you a life insurance plan. Your previous employer will offer you a life insurance plan. And here's what I did. I've had a lot of jobs. So I still have my life insurance plan that I pay into, like $17 a month for Home Depot. I have, when I worked at Window World, I have a $150,000 life insurance plan that I paid $30 a month from, I forget which mutual fund, which company, Fidelity, not Fidelity. I have another $150,000. And then I have another X amount from this other company, right? Like I'm still paying I never thought about that, like close to $200 a month in life insurance premiums. But that $200 a month, if I die, translates into like close to $1 million. My new employer, I got the life insurance plan from my employer and from the credit union I'm part of. $17 a month. Yeah, I know it's a little bit, but dude, we're talking $17 was this 4-pack. With tax and everything, the 4-pack on the, I believe, like how much I spent $11 on the cigar. I bought, how many cigars, how many times you guys see me cigars? For the price of a cigar, you could get a $120,000, $150,000 life insurance premium on yourself. I'm worth more dead than alive. Don't mind it. Don't mind it at all. Just saying. Just saying. Who's coming to kill me? You ain't gonna kill me. Yeah, I'm tough to kill. I'm not worried about that stuff as much as I am just health. I'm worth at least $1 million dead. And if I had money, there's something called an annuity, like a life insurance annuity plan. Here's what I'd recommend to you guys. If you have real income, like you're rich, because rich people are able to do this, they get what's called a tax annuity life insurance plan, right? So they, my company offers that, where they pay $300 a month in life insurance. $300 a month, that's a lot of money. But here's where it's good. After 10 years, your life insurance is guaranteed, and your after 10 years you get whatever they invest that, like whatever company you're with, Fidelity or New York Life. I think I'm New York Life. After 10 years, you get dividends on that. So they give you money back on what you paid into it after 10 years. After 300, like thousands of dollars a year. You get like $3,000 a year after 10 years. Right? So if you're rich people stuff, the tax annuity life insurance plan is a rich person. It's a good idea. It turns, you get the life insurance still. And in fact, your life insurance, then you're insured for $250,000 when you join this plan. I didn't do it. I can't afford that. I don't have the excess income to do that. I want it. I'd recommend you guys do that. And after 10 years, you're so young. If you're 20 years old, 25 years old, 30 years old, after 10 years, they're going to give you dividends back. They're going to pay you back what you paid into it. And what the stock market, depending on what's doing, is normally like in that area of $3,000 every year you're going to get back. And you still continue the payments, and it's almost a no-brainer. That's how rich people get off. That's how they continue to go on. It takes money to make money, as they say. I don't have it. I got good beer, good cigars. Yeah, maybe, but I'm it's okay. I've had my opportunity. I've made some money. I've wasted my talent. I've wasted a lot of, and I've made money for other people, and I'm happy at that. I loved when I had my own company. I mentioned this thing before, guys. People under me made more money than me. They didn't even know it. They'd be complaining, bothered, and I would have to tell them, like, man, you're making more money on this job than I am. I did that for years, man. I made money for other people, and I still make money for them. Actually, right now, this job, I ain't making money for other people. This other job, this is not a for-profit outfit that I'm working for. I'm concerned about it, but I'm saving a lot of money. I've worked there for under a year. I already have close to $9,000 in my 401k. I was saving 30%. I maxed out my 401k at 30%. And then I also have an HSA with them. So that's another $4,000 that I maxed out. Tax deferred. 10 years though, you gotta wait 10 years. Do that shit, man. Do that shit. Because I'm still smoking good cigars. I'm still drinking good beer. Guys, save that money. Get some life insurance. Buy silver. Buy gold. You gotta buy anything with your cash, buy gold. Don't buy gold watch, buy gold. right? Just buy the straight gold. Buy diamonds. Go on ahead, buy gems, buy precious gems. Go on ahead. Strong advocate of buying precious gems. And we still got to gamble. We're still gambling. We're still gambling and making money. Like, you're going to see, we're hopefully going to see the dividends. You know, like MMA says, once the YouTube channel takes off, I'll look into it. Man, dude, real news, invest in yourself, brother. There's no better investment than yourself. Become a pilot. Go to pilot school. Go to trucking school. Fuck YouTube. YouTube is fake money. YouTube is fake news. Real work happens outside of YouTube, outside of social media. Those other social media people people that are successful in social media tail successful people. And those people have nothing or everything to do with social media. They're the point. Here's what's happened in our news. Is the geeks that used to just be on the back end making good money finally got some good money. And so everybody's like, oh, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that. When they're still making good money. I'd argue, even though some YouTubes, like some MMA YouTube guys are definitely making more money than I am, for sure, even in their real lives. Even in their real lives, they're making more money than me. I still argue at my age, 53, I have a more potential upside than actually I can't. I would advise them to make more money, but they're not gonna change. I'm changing. I'm adapting and augmenting what I do to try to just beyond survive. I'm late in life. It's late in life that I'm starting this shit, guys. But I'm making money and I'm saving it, and I have beyond the business talent and business management. Whereas if I wanted to make retail, if I wanted to go storefront or drop ship or internet stuff, I could do that. I could do that shit, no problem. Real news, you haven't started your life. You haven't started doing what you need to do to start your life. I've already lived my life in a way. I've traveled all through Central America. I've surfed things. I've been in the mountains. I've done all these things that people like now are trying to strive for, and they get like credit for on YouTube. Like, I did that shit before YouTube. Nobody saw it. Nobody cares. Now everybody cares. No. You get money for that now. For doing the things I did for free. Namibia. Look up Namibia. Surfing in Namibia. Ain't no joke. Been wanting to do it for my lifetime. Mondaka. And I'm finally get Indonesia because I didn't have the money. Or I did, but I just didn't manage my money properly when I was working in a certain way. Now I'm going to get that chance. Like, I'm going to go to Indonesia this year. This job's going to pay for it, hopefully. Hopefully I'm still there. As you guys know from this live chat, like, I don't hold shit. Like, I'm real in this online world and in the real world, you get the same thing. Like, you get the same thing. You cross me, you lie to me, you're trying to undermine me, you're gonna get the horns. And that's a problem in business, right? When it's, because you work for other people, they want to take advantage of you. You get the horns, and like I was told the other day, like, oh, you weren't in the business when it sucked, and I was like, all right, I accepted it. But at the same time, I want to tell the guy, like, you never spoke up. You never got your worth. And there were elements of, even when I was doing my own business, I didn't do that, but I learned how to do that. And as soon as I started to do that, business dropped. As soon as you try to tell, hey, no, that's going to be an additional. We were told to deliver this, not assemble it. The assembly costs another $250. That's when the reviews got down. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's. Or you do something like, hey, if I have to come back, it's going to be, you have to have $200 for our coming minimum job fee, even though it takes us an hour, and then the hour, like minimum. The moment you start telling people that shit, like, they don't like that because they're used to this culture of, yes, of your work is not valuable. I already know my value. I have no value where I work at. I have no value. They have so many people. I have to maximize that ignorance of them by traveling more and taking advantage of my travel benefits, which is hard because you have to make the money to travel. So, what you young people, I would say, learn your value, but do the work. Do the work. I've done the work, and I'll still continue the work. Oh, see the wrinkles in my hand. I'm a hard worker. You ain't gonna outwork me. You ain't gonna outsmart me. You ain't gonna outfight me. So, with that being said, you guys are all Bob Betters. And if you've made it this far, you are a Bob Better. Thank you guys. Have a good week. Make some money. Good bets. Do your thing. Appreciate y'all.